What is up, YouTube? It is the Ville Outdoors here. Today is May 25th of 2025. I am here in Chester County, Pennsylvania, fishing one of my local creeks here. Now, this creek is usually stocked pretty good with trout during this time of year. Last year I was here on May 30th and I ended up doing quite well, but most of those trout were caught further upstream. And as par for the course, on Memorial Day weekend, there is a car parked at each of the main three stocked trout sections of this creek up the road here. So I'm going to be forced into the backwater where the trout aren't typically stocked, but they can get washed down here pretty easily with some rain. And we've had a decent amount of rain come through here in southeastern Pennsylvania. So we're going to be walking downstream and trying and fish the spots that not too many other people fish, and hopefully we can stumble into a few trout today. We're just mainly looking to be enjoying a multi-species session out on the creek here. Nice weather we got today, so we have the 6-foot Ugly Stik Elite as per usual. That is hooked up with the Shimano Sedona 2500 HG reel. There's 2-pound Leland Lures S.O.S trout line on here, and then we have the 1-inch trout magnet on there. That color is called Millie. That's Millie. It's kind of like a light blue color, and it's got some like little flakes in there of silver. I think it mimics like a little shiner pretty well. So we're gonna see what kind of fish we can catch on that today. I'm gonna get started off at the bridge here where it's a little shady, see if there's any fish here in the deeper pockets, and then we're gonna head downstream some. So let's get to casting and see if there's anything in here. Thread the needle through all these sticks. Water's a little bit deeper, so we're gonna let that sink a bit. Oh, got a fish on. Oh, it might be a trout already. I think it is. Hoist them up. Well, there we go. We got ourselves a first trout of the day. I'm gonna walk down to the water here so we can wet our hands and handle them better. He just spit out the hook, which was nice of him. All right, let's get him another drink. There he goes. All right, so that is our first brook trout of the year there, believe it or not. Not a big guy, but that was literally our first cast. All right, guys, our brook trout is ready to go back in the water here. Let's get him revived a little bit. Get that water moving back through the gills. There it goes. I just saw another fish swirl underneath that bridge. So we're gonna throw another cast over there. All right, here's take 2. The breeze is coming at us, so it's a little bit harder to cast. There you go, another fish on, and it's another trout. So I can just get him in the net. There we go. Fish number 2 on the day. Brook trout number 2 going back. There's another fish. Oh, he popped off. That should get one. There we go. There you go. That is officially trout number 3. The other one popped off. Let's get a hand on him. There we go. He's going to simply go back in the water. There's a fish. It's a decent one. Oh, he popped off again. And he got me in the tree again. There we go. That is number 4. These fish don't like being hooked for long. That one spat out the hook as well. There we go. Nice little brook trout. We're gonna go back. Ooh, just missed one. Missed him again. There we go. That's number 5. Let some line out. This guy's actually staying hooked. There we go. And unhooked he is. There we go. That's a smaller one. And is number 6 as he spins around in the net. Another brook trout. There we go.
They really like that jig.
Yeah, the trout magnet.
Yeah, I have one of them.
Go. This guy unhooked here. He got himself tangled. There we go. Oh, just missed a bite. There it is. Alright, so this here will be number 7. There you go. Pretty red spots on that one. There we go. Lucky number 7. There we go. That's number 8. Oh yeah, it's almost every cast.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. I got one on the last cast and this cast.
Yep. You as well. Alright. So that is number 8. Our trout magnet's getting torn up. That color's really doing the work. There we go. There we go. That is number 9. See if we can hit double digits before leaving this hole. There we go. There we go. That's a nicer one there. And that is number 10. 10 on the day. Alright, if this guy stays still, I'll get a picture of him since he's number 10. And we'll send him on his way. This guy choked the trout carrying it. Boom. Alright guys, brook trout number 10 going back in the water. He is good to go. Oh. Pulled it out of his mouth. It's a very simple technique we're doing here. Nothing else other than the 1/64 ounce trout magnet jig head, 2-pound line. We're just casting it into these deeper holes here. These fish are loaded up. Just let it sink a little bit. And simply just twitch the rod every now and then. I'm getting bites pretty much every cast. No. There's missed like 3 bites on that cast alone. There we go. Number 11, hook just popped out. Swim flop around the net there. Another nice, healthy, stocked brook trout. These fish are fired up. They must have been very freshly stocked. But I am loving the action that we're getting. The rest of this week is looking pretty rainy, starting on Wednesday. So I'm not sure how much of a chance I'll have to fish on those days, but this might make up for that here. There we go. There we go. That's an even dozen. Camera might be a little wet from that guy. There we go. This should be a baker's dozen if we can land it. There he is. Hook popped out. Saves us the trouble. And that is number 13 there. 13 out of 1 hole. That might be close to a personal best. I think other than opening day where I've caught like 21 or 22, out of one hole. There we go, he came back right at the feet. Alright, took long enough to land that guy. That is number 14. There he goes. There we go. That is number 15. Out of the same hole. Have hardly moved. There's another one. It's number 16. Going back. There we go. Number 17. There we go. Whew. This is number 18 here. If I can get him out of the net. Alright, well there's number 19. We just need one more to get to 20. There we go. Number 20. Pretty little one. There we go. 21. Nope, he did not like that. Ooh, fish has to bite. He's got it. Yep. All right, hello number 22. You got the hook out, nice, very good. My rod doesn't want to get tangled. There we go, number 23. That is trout number 23. I will be turning 23 in 5 days. How about that? Caught a trout for each year on the planet. All brook trout though. No variety in the trout department. Alright guys, that is going to do it for today's episode of the Ville Outdoors. We ended up crushing the trout, and all I had to do was fish this one hole. I think this has to be a record for the least amount of steps I've taken in one fishing session, filming a video for you guys. I pretty much stood right at the base of the bridge the entire time and just jigged the trout magnet. Ended up catching 23 trout. I probably could have stayed and caught a little more, but I kind of want to explore the rest of the creek. But I have plenty of content for today already, so that is going to do it for the video at least. We caught all those fish in less than an hour and a half of fishing, so that boils down to pretty much a fish every 3.5 minutes, which is absolutely insane for the type of trout fishing I've been used to this year. My luck trout fishing was not good at all in 2025, and we're kind of getting to the end of the spring trout season now, so I'm glad that we were able to have this fishing session to kind of redeem that. And we'll have to see what else we can get into, see if we can do any more trout fishing before it gets too hot to fish for these guys, because you don't want to stress them out too much, even though they are stocked fish. All the damage was done on this trout magnet, not this one in particular, but same color. Like I said, this is the Millie colored trout magnet. I purchased a 50-pack on their website last year during the fall because I thought this color would look great for stock trout, and it definitely does. Definitely does. The 2-pound line definitely has a factor in it. These trout are true sight predators, so if they see your line, if it's too thick for them, they will not bite it. I will try and use nothing more than 8-pound line, and 8-pound is still pushing it for me. I like to use anywhere from 2 to 4-pound line, and I can get away with 6-pound if the fish are, you know, as active as they were today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. A little bit of a mix from the species hunting we've been doing, just kind of a relaxing afternoon on the creek here, doing some damage on these stock trout. Lots of brook trout. That's okay. We're gonna walk downstream and see if we can find anything else, and if I find anything worth sharing, I'll be sure to post that in some type of form on one of my social pages. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe down below, and comment if you have any questions about today's episode, and I'll be seeing you guys next time on the Ville Outdoors.